Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of The Silver Case. Where we last left off was we basically came back to Tokyo. We're now back to Tokio, Morishima. We finished off I believe it was Life Cut, I think was the part of the transmitter stuff, I think it was. Let me double check this. I think the save can tell me a lot. Save. Yeah, Life Cut was the previous thing we finished. We basically have Whiteout and Danma, I think, left of the whole thing, so of that transmitter part maybe. But otherwise, that's pretty much that for transmitter. And then we got this one, which is Hikari, which is the second to last thing for Tokyo, and then we got Yumi, which is the last one of the string of like stuff that Tokio Morishima has been through for this particular story. But yeah, otherwise we know that the turtle, Red, is gone and is with Erica, but Erica went off on her own to try to look into Kamui on her own, so we're probably, or I am probably concerned that she might not be okay, but we'll see. Oh yeah, Red is not there. Sorry. Yeah, and then that cuts out to the thing, because we ended it at a point where I was waiting to transition to the next scene because of the fact that we already checked everything, including emails, to kind of catch up to what happened. Here we go. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get this game done soon, so we can move on to the next game, which I have something in mind. Maybe might be a little later on down the line, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Will the Guardian Murdoch. Wait. Are you calling me? It's that woman. Who is that woman? Who is this woman? I don't know what he's trying to say, honestly. I think he's probably figured out who he needs to talk to, maybe? But my assumption is that this is during the time of Tokyo. This is the time where Tokyo was just kind of like getting together, like trying to get things together for Life Cut, I think. Because of course he disappeared for 3 months, and then he kind of gave us a recap of what happened with Kamui and everything. The dead are still here. Leave me alone. Stop. Wait, is this the lady ghost saying? Feel me. Alright, I don't know what kind of voice I wanted to give it, but I wanted to make sure it's a ghost. Oh my god. Looking at the picture of the girl, or the lady ghost thing, and then going onto a white background, made me see like a little optical illusion of where the coloring of it is reflected onto the white background of the map. It was ridiculous. It's been a while. Yeah, it has. Did you go on a trip somewhere? Kinda. Yeah. You don't look well. Really? You look rather sick, actually. Yeah. Mr. Morishima. Huh. Would you like something to eat? Yeah. I'll make an omelet. Lots of butter. It'll melt in your mouth right away. That's just specifically how he said those key phrases, or the idea of what he was trying to say there. It should be easy to eat. Save the alcohol for later. How about it? Yeah. Go ahead, please. Oh, what is this? I don't know who's speaking, so I'm just gonna read it like normal, I guess. You have no choice. Listen, just as the river eventually flows into the sea, it's perfectly clear that there's no changing course now. Screw this. Are you going to kill Roz? The hell I am. I'm just a writer. I'm no frickin' hitman. He's one of the ones you already employ. Like when you killed the bat. Oh, he's talking to the syndicate dude. Okay, the guy who sniped out the bat in the couple episodes ago, pretty much. That won't do. You having to kill Roz is just you reaping what you've sown. Hey now. Why the hell? You made contact with Kamui and survived. That means that the die has already been cast. I think this person is probably Natsumi's father. I'm assuming that this is him because I feel like because the guy has been hospitalized and he hasn't been used ever since the beginning of the game. But I'm assuming that his character kind of makes sense to kind of disappear in the shadows because he probably was working for the Syndicate and he needed to pretend like he didn't survive that hit or is in a comatosis or a coma state still because of the fact that he needs to make sure that he's covering his tracks, I'm guessing. Could be. We'll see. The hell are you talking about? Why don't you understand? Why don't you even try to understand? When the bat was killed, some weird crap happened. He spoke to me. After dying. Actually, even now he keeps talking. The whole thing is driving me freaking insane. What the hell is this? Those mother truckers. They're like ghosts or something, right? Yeah, because we found on the 25th wards Tokio can see ghosts, and he continually hunts those ghosts, getting used to them pretty much, and then hunting them, and then kind of putting him to rest, I guess, in that case, in the 25th ward. But I'm not sure if they're gonna dive into that kind of thing with him for this particular part, but I'm kind of curious if they will be doing that, because it's interesting to see Tokio doing those kind of things for this game. A little bit. Do something about them. Just like that Babylon. At the same time, the memories sealed up inside me came back. Roz and I were both made from the same material. Oh, Tokio is considered another Kamui. Right? Yes. Then, when Kamui came back, something came alive inside me. Is that what you're talking about? Indeed. Who am I? You're going to kill Roz. I can't. Yeah, because Tokio's not a guy who's fighting. He's not into fighting, honestly. Given the chance that Tokio can kill, like, our character, it's like, I don't think he would, because he doesn't handle a gun. He's just a journalist, in general. At best. Are we ever gonna meet Erica again? I really miss Erica. Considering that Erica and Tokio are a pair, it makes sense that they would kind of... It kind of needs to happen where Erica comes back somehow, with Red especially, because Red is important to Tokio anyways. Ah. A dream. I know. Alright, well, let's make a move on, I guess. Let's check the window, I guess, first. Nothing. Silence. I mean, considering that Red is not there, it's like kind of like an idea that his subconscious disappeared, I guess. A little bit of the subconscious disappeared. Wait, what the hell? Akamimi? Akamimi? What the heck is that? Is Akamimi like the tank, I guess? I kind of exited, apparently. Yeah, I pressed escape, but it didn't let me escape, apparently. Yeah, let me see what Akamimi is. Let me search this up. Let me search what Akamimi is. You know what? I'm gonna use Google Translate. The worst translator in the world. I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's the worst translator. I mean, sometimes it does it right, and sometimes it doesn't. And so I just become very 50-50 about some of the translation work sometimes. I mean, obviously, things will get better somehow, hopefully. Okay, I guess that's not the right way to do it, I guess. Let me... There we go. Yeah, it's just a name, I guess. I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, that's kind of strange. It's just literally just a name. Okay. Whatever. Because I thought Akamimi was like something, realistically speaking, I guess. Wait, what? From Tokio Morishima to Tokio Morishima, excuse me? Subject, the woman at Babylon. Help! Help me. I was killed by that woman. Ayame! She shot me with a harpoon gun. She came up to me and cut a cross into my stomach to kill my baby too. I thought her baby was still alive though, because we know that the three kids that Ayame... Oh, the three kids that belonged to the three women that she killed, that Ayame killed, were still alive. Those kids were still like growing up and everything, I thought. To kill my baby too, she had a look of pompous victory in her eyes as she cut me. That crazy cunt. Okay, I shouldn't have said that, but that crazy son of a gun. I shouldn't say that word. I retract my statement. I personally don't feel like that word is a bad word, but at the same time, it is a bad word at the same time. Like, personally, I don't see it as often, but it's not good to call a lady that word. Like, there's a few words I just feel like it's just, nah, I want to retract that, the way I said that. Yeah, I'll leave it into the edits, but then I won't, like, cut it out. Maybe? I might cut it out? I don't know. I'm already making a lot of statements off of it, so it's like, if I leave it out, I'm iffy about it. Who knows? I might not cut it out, but I'll sum it up as I shouldn't have said that. That was my fault. Anyways, just thinking of Ayame makes my blood boil. I died almost instantly. I couldn't do anything. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I called for help to Kamui. Kamui. He was here. It was like all the nerves in my body became really sensitive. Like I was being burned by something, and I became hot inside. I could hear my pulse, and suddenly, like a scream, something poured out from inside me. I felt like I was going insane, and then suddenly, it felt like someone had poured cold water on me. I felt it in every pore. It went right through me. That's how I met Kamui. Apart from him, I really didn't need anything else. Really. But my life was taken from me by Ayame. I couldn't fully die, and I just feel so pathetic and effed up. I tried walking away, dragging my perforated body. That's when it happened. Kamui appeared inside me. Really. He came down from above, inside of me. What? So like an angel just going into the lady's body from above, I guess. I had just broken into pieces and everything was confusing. I had no idea what was happening, but I felt Kamui. His voice resonated. It was deep and calm. Magical voice. I was no longer afraid. It wasn't fear at all. I was happy. Death turns to ecstasy in an instant. And then the Tobacco Man came into the picture. Tobacco Man came into the picture. Kamui was the transmitter, and I was the medium, and that man was the receiver. Oh, okay, so all that emotion flooded through from Kamui down to this lady, who's the ghost lady, to Tokio, because Tokio is technically the one who felt all that in one go, basically. And probably in a very quick second, I felt like. I think that's what happened. Basically, it was like an email. How funny. I can't stop laughing. But I still can't forgive Ayame, no matter how badly she may slice me up. Even if Kamui smiles upon me, even if my body were to turn to dust and be blown away in the wind, even in death, Ayame cannot be forgiven. Ever. Alright, let's see what today's words is. I'm always caring about the today's word over the whole story there. Today's word. Take away the results of a person's education and nothing will remain. Can. I guess that's true. If you have no knowledge anymore of the world or the culture or the people that you've talked to or met with and stuff like that, like if you have almost nothing you can rely on besides your own noggin up here, you're pretty much left with nothing in this world left. Like, unless you have work that's been published out in the open and people have been using it as like a launch pad to learning more or do more with it and stuff like that, or get entertained. I feel like this is kind of like true in the case that if somebody is kind of not thinking about it, it's like it's gone forever. Like everything is gone forever. You don't have anything to think about, I guess. Alright. I guess we get the full picture of what happened, sort of, to the ghost lady. But no clue if that's an actual... Not sure if that's an actual email from the ghost lady itself. Mulholland. Wild 7. Tobacco. Yeah. That's the hiragana on the red sign. I never actually noticed that. The tobacco, the little hiragana there. I actually never knew that. It's funny because it's not katakana. It's not written in katakana, it's written in hiragana. So that's 100% interesting to me. One carton of the usual. Huh? Oh hey, it's you. I haven't seen you in some time. Yeah. I assumed you were the kind of guy who wouldn't quit smoking even if he died. Had you given up for a while? It's pretty cold, huh? It's winter, son. Winter is cold. Yeah. Maybe you were sick. It's already the end of the year. Are you even listening to me? What's the matter, boy? You got wax in your ears? No. Here, your smokes. Oh, had I paid it? Paid yet? Yes, you did. Oh, okay. Well, then... Christ, I should have taken the money. Hope that guy's okay. So I'm reading her off a little differently than usual. I mean, I wanted to read it off in a way that's what I think in my head, but sometimes I just forget how it sounded like, because there's always a gap in time where I just don't record enough to know what the voices were again, so I do apologize if the voice changes every time. But sometimes if the voices are recognizable in my head, I'll always remember how to do them, usually. Mr. Morishima. Yeah. Do you think what's in that cocktail? Do you know what's in that cocktail? You're always drinking. You're always drinking. Yeah. Sorry, because it's funny because when I read a question, I don't think of it as a question. I think of it as a statement because it doesn't prepare you that it's a question. And sometimes if I read it off, it felt kind of on flow for my head. Oh, this? No idea. Miss Erica came in a while ago. She was drinking the same thing. Oh, really? Dry gin, dry vermouth, and sweet vermouth. 1/3 of each. You mix the same amount of each together. In this combination, that flavor is born. It's not too sweet, but not too dry. Yeah, you're right. The name Trinity comes from the Christian idea of the Holy Trinity. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You know? The drink is also called a perfect. Perfect. Does anything perfect even exist in this world? It does not. That's why everyone seeks out perfection. But the opposite is always true. Is also true. The opposite. The opposite. What the hell do you mean? The imperfect can be considered perfect by virtue of its imperfection. What kind of rhetoric is this? Oh no. Actually, it's more like life wisdom. As humans, we live a worthless, filthy existence. Right? But because of the fact that we're worthless and filthy, we can also be insanely pure. I don't think so. Sorry, but... Mr. Morishima, people are all perverts. Huh. Who's a pervert? For example, me. I can only love those of the same sex as myself, but I also like to be blindfolded and have my hands tied behind my back. I like how this guy's so candid about his love life. And it's just like, excuse me? I also like having even worse things done to me. But I spent a lot of time searching before I found myself. Lots of conflicts, hesitation, and trial and error. It makes sense though, because I think that as he says that he's trying to find himself, it makes sense that he would find himself through the comfort of men, I guess, in the very sense. And it makes sense that he kind of, like, wasn't sure until he accepted it, yeah, like, and then I finally accepted it. Which makes sense. I mean, I'm not against that idea. My true self. It was a real discovery. Purifying your own heart and mind is the key. You need to slowly crystallize it. If you can do that, then then all you need to do is let yourself go. Let myself go. Let yourself go. Forget about the Trinity. Do you have a regular beer? Yes, we've got ice cold beer. I just love how he's just like he convinced Tokio to change his mind about what he wants to drink at that point. That's hilarious. Allow me to explain. If you want to listen, then lend me your ear, and then engrave it into your heart and make your own past perfect. Listen. You were one of the shelter kids. You were one of the children in the very first experiments. You had passed through a really high-level program, but one day, a sort of defect occurred, and you started slipping, and then eventually your personality began to break down. Due to this, in the end, you were treated as a bug, and had all of your memories erased, and were reverted back to normal life. My memories were erased. Yes, the shelter kid's purpose was to help the planned perfect metropolis become an even more perfect city. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because if the bartender is talking about the idea of perfect in a drink of Trinity, it makes sense that they're going to talk about how that connects to the dots of a coincidental connection to the experiments of Kamui, I guess, because Kamui is considered the perfect human, and they want the perfect city on top of the whole thing. So it makes sense that the drink itself is a representation of Tokio not accepting that perfection when told that it is perfect, that he wanted to drink a regular beer because he wants to go back to normal. Tokio wants to accept normality in that case of that scene, I believe. It feels just interesting to see that it's coincidental, like, in itself. Like, it was just coincidental that he just chose to do that kind of thing. You mean those dark, dank shelters? Those shelters with their faint light. That's where the plan started. The curriculum itself was created from relatively simple ideas. 4-year-old children would first receive education by continuously receiving only simple simulations. They were shown the same things every day, continuously did the same work, and they all did everything in the same way at the same time. Me too. Me too? You went off the rails close to the final stage. One day, your emotions seemed to explode, causing a meltdown. That was your tragedy. Tragedy. Get the hell out of here. You are a failure. A defective product. An imitation. Damaged goods. What a shame. You didn't turn out like Kamui and Ayame. Your fate had been decided and doomed by the time you were a toddler. And wake up. Back to the apartment. Waking up. I mean, that's a dead giveaway. That's a dead giveaway that's gonna happen again. Because that's considered his dream sequence, I guess. But we still don't know who that individual is talking to him. But I'm assuming it might be... Imagine that being Kamui, like the other Kamui. Like another Kamui copycat, I guess. Or it might be the bat, maybe. That would be interesting. Like the bat who got shot and killed. Because he knows a lot about Kamui, so it makes sense that he knew a lot about the experimentation. And Tokio after that point. Huh. Alright, we still got some time. I'm gonna continue this for a little bit longer, I guess. I do want to try to push this game to a completion, but it's gonna take some time. Or it's gonna take some pushing through the area of this game to kind of get to a point where we can kind of get close to finishing. I mean, we're 70% into the game, so I'm assuming that this chapter would be considered one of the bigger chunks of the last couple of percentages. Alright, let's see what email we got. I'm assuming it's from the ghost lady, maybe. Oh, it's from Erica, finally. Oh, thank God, Erica, you finally coming through. Man, lady, we need you back. You're part of a big story here. Erica Yukawa. I wouldn't be surprised if Erica was actually Ayame's, like, clone thing. And that Erica's, like, one of the failed ones as well. And that's why Tokio and Erica matches very well. I'm thinking of, like, how you would rearrange Erica's name to kind of fit Ayame's kind of thing, but I can see that. I can see Ayame being part of the name somehow, but I don't know. Anyways, Erica, from Erica, subject, no title. So you were alive. I was surprised. The bartender told me. You went by his place. I want to talk to you, if possible. If you have the time tomorrow night, can you come to the Scoba's chat room? I'll be there from 11 p.m. I'll be there from 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. I'll be waiting for you. Okay. Today's word verse. Today's word. Freedom is the recognition of necessity. Engels. I believe Engels is like a... I might be wrong, but I'm thinking... I believe Engels is a Harlem writer. A person from the Harlem district, or the Harlem city... The city of Harlem in America. I might be wrong, though. We'll see. I mean, we can look that up as I go and read into lovely letters, weekly letters. Sometimes I always don't think about it, and I want to look it up during the video, and then I'm just like, I'm kind of curious if this thing is that. Engels. Nope, not Harlem. I was wrong. I guess I might have mixed it with a few things from literature, I guess. Engels is a German philosopher, it seems like. Revolutionary socialist. Okay. Alright. Okay, he was... My dude, Engels used to work with Karl Marx for the communist, like the writing for the communist publishment, I guess, maybe? I'm not sure. But he did work closely with Karl Marx, I think he was. That's interesting. I never knew that was the case. I guess I don't know enough, like, about history of individuals, I guess. Not enough of it. But it is interesting to see that that's the case, I guess. That particular character is being, or that particular person's quote is being used. Weekly Mail Magazine. Yes. The Weekly Lovers, The Amazing World of Carnivorous Plants. The Amazing World of Carnivorous Plants is a mail magazine that provides the latest news and unique information for fans of carnivorous plants throughout the world. For more detailed articles, photos, and videos, and check out the constantly updated website. I already know, we've already seen the website many times, so I'm not gonna read through that. New Year special. Let's all become flies. That is the terrible, terrible headline for the letter. Thank you all for staying with us all year. We've prepared the largest threat event of the millennium, in which you can have the virtual experience of becoming a fly. Experience the micro world of glorious 3D. From the instant you enter the website, you too will be a fly. As a fly, you can see just how carnivorous plants catch and digest insects. Get your courage up and try out this amazing new event. The editorial staff will be looking forward to seeing you there. Notice, first New Year projects, Sarracenia, I think that's an L, but I might be wrong. Might be an I. Leucophila online sale. Special feature, amazing. Possible discovery of Rafflesia-sized carnivorous plants. Next week's first New Year project will feature the above listed contents. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. I guess it's much more simpler than the time before, where they always keep mentioning what kind of plant that I have not heard of in terms of scientific term or scientific names, I guess. Erica. Alright. Yeah, after we talk to Erica, that's probably where I'll end the episode, but we'll see. Gladiolus. She did say she wanted to meet us at a certain location. This is the Ayame studio. What the hell? Are we investigating Ayame while we're talking to Erica about where we disappeared off to? I can feel you. Ayame. What? Yeah, because that's the second time he did that, where he went to Gladiolus and just like... Oh, no. Erica wanted to talk to us on the internet. How dumb of me. I forgot about that already. Yeah, it's kind of strange that he went off to Ayame's office, and then he said he feels Ayame there. Or maybe it might be Kamui hiding in the closet. That would be interesting to see. Look at that freaking Windows 95, I think. Memo. Alright. I wish I could have been raised like some sort of pitiful flower. Not a day goes by that I don't think that, even now always. My name, Ayame, comes from the word Ayamemeru. Ayameru, which means to kill. How terrible is that? You, Kamui, and I are all pawns in a game. We are a fabricated existence. People are stupid. Ayame was created to be even more mechanical being than Kamui. Created to face off against the power that has created Kamui. Easier to control than Kamui. A killing machine with even higher killing capabilities than Kamui. That's me. Ayame. Wait, why the hell did he write it as like Ayame took over Tokio? It sounds like that's the case. Alright, I'm waiting till the whole typing ends so I can read it properly. Take the time to comprehend everything. You, me, and Kamui. I'm glad I read that before I scrolled up away. Considering that what happened after being thrown back into everyday life, a girl was used for Ayame. In order to differentiate her from Kamui, they simply switched genders. But since the grown-up Kamui and Ayame were brought up in the same environment, they were drawn to one another. There was a miscalculation in the man-made mass production of Ayame. By becoming pregnant with Kamui's child, something inside me snapped. All of the emotions that had been pushed back and bottled up exploded. There was nothing I could do. Is there a reason why a female praying mantis eats her mate once she becomes pregnant? To her, at least, there's a reason. There's no reason. I wish I could have raised like some sort of pitiful flower. I could have been raised like some pitiful flower. Not a day goes by that I don't think that, but simply saying it out loud won't change anything. Also, I have this child. If nothing else, at least I won this child. I won't kill Kamui, nor will I kill Roz. I can't kill him. There were those who wanted that wanted that though. Do you understand? Can you hear me? Can you hear it? Listen to me. Find something for yourself. Oh, it might have been Ayame's ghost typing away towards Tokio to understand that what he needs to think about is the fact that he needs to understand both sides of the spectrum to understand what his next steps are as a journalist and also as an individual of a clone of one of the criminals, or one of the quote-unquote perfect human, I guess. You wouldn't be missed if you died. No, wait. You're already dead. Old man. Just frickin' stop. What the hell? Feel me! Old man. Who the hell is the old man? I can't remember. Alright, it's nighttime, I believe. So that means that we're gonna have to talk to Erica at night here. I'm assuming that we might not have control over the room, so we might need to... Oh, we have control of the room. Nice. Awesome. Thank you. Yep, we're out of time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day, weekend, night, or whenever you're watching this. That's it for me in this episode for now. I am going to try to push forward in the next episode to see what Erica has to say, because we are going to be talking to Erica at night about through the chat system to see what she's thinking about. But at the same time, I'm starting to believe that Tokio is seeing a bunch of ghosts, and he's letting those ghosts kind of communicate to him about like certain things that Tokio did not think about before. So it's really interesting to see Tokio just kind of like serving as a middleman to us, rather. I feel like he's more like a middleman to us than it is to him being a receiver. We're the receiver technically, but in the case that Tokio's the character that's being talked to, Tokio's technically the transmitter to us as the receiver. But otherwise, I am kind of curious where this is going to take us, because we now know that Tokio is a Kamui clone, but a defective one, due to fate, that he is defective. But otherwise, he is. We're gonna see what happens then. Hopefully, we'll figure out the truth and what's gonna happen after figuring out that truth. And yeah, we'll go from there wherever that is afterwards. So thank you guys for watching again. Hope you guys in the next episode run over your minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day, weekend, night, or when you're watching this. So, Roz.